A very good morning, dear student. In previous video, we have talked about preposition, kinds of preposition, and preposition of time and date. Today, we will talk about the preposition which are used for place, preposition which are used for traveling and movements, and some important distinctions. So, I hope after this video, you will be clear about the uses of different kinds of preposition. Let us take the preposition of place. Number 1, at. Now, student must get confused when and where they have to use at and in. So, I'm here to make you clear about the uses of this preposition. Let us take one by one. At is used for a small place or means by the side of. For example, at a small village, at home, at work. Okay, and in is used for a big place like in a village, a town, a country, street, even for room and forest. When we are talking about specific place, on is used for a place when it is to not means used for place, but it is not a building. For example, on a farm. Now, farm is not a building. We are talking about a place, but it is not a building. To shows the destination. Like I walk to school. Where I am going, what is my destination. And in here, in is used in two different sense, either for village, town, country, and in is also used for position. Like milk is in the jug, it is used for position also. And into. Now, difference of in and into is in when the things are at rest and into when the things are in motion. Like the lion jumped into the well. Now, we cannot say the lion jumped in the well. Now, when the lion is jumping, he is in motion. So, we will use into. Okay. Then, preposition of travel and movements. Now, which prepositions are there which are used for traveling and movements? Like, if traveling by bus, travel by train, by car, by boat, by air, by sea. On is also used for travel and movements. Now, on is also used for, here you can see place also, movement also, like he travels on horseback, on foot, on bicycle, on scooter. From is also used for travel and movement, like now from is talking about the starting point and to means destination. So from and to both are used for traveling and movement. Now here the main important part is some important distinctions. Some prepositions are there which make children normally confused. So let us see which are that and how we can distinguish them. First, I have taken between and among. Now both are used. What is the basic difference? Now between we will use for two person or two things only. Like he divided the money between his two sons. When we're talking about two person, two things, then we will use between. And among is used for more than two person or things, like distribute these sweets among children. Clear? When two things, two person are there, then we will use between. And when more than two person or two things are there, we will use among. Now beside and besides. Beside means by the side of, and besides means in addition to. Beside means by the side of, besides mean in addition to. Now you need to understand when you are writing a statement or you are filling up a statement, see if it is talking about by the side of or in addition to. Examples are, the child is playing beside his mother. Now we are talking about the position where the child is playing. By the side of his mother, so we will use beside. Besides the shop, he has two factories. Here we are talking about addition. Like he not only have one shop, but he has two factories also. So we will use besides. Now by and with. By is used before the doer, who is doing the work. And with is used with the name of instruments. Like the work was done by Rohit, means who did the work? Rohit. When we are talking about the doer, here doer is Rohit, so we will use by. And when we are talking about the instrument by the action took place, like the safe was opened with the duplicate key. How the safe was opened? Which is the instrument? Key. So we will use with. With the instrument we will use with. Last is on and upon. On is used for things which are rest. For example, when the object which is means two objects are in contact with each other, like the book is on the table. Now the book is touching the surface of the table, so we will use on. And upon is used for things in motion, like the dog jumped upon the table. Now he is jumping over the table, but he is not touching the upper surface of the table because the dog is in motion. So at that position we will use upon. So these are some basic distinctions, and when you will go through the worksheets, you will try to solve the exercises. You will keep these rules in front of you, read and understand these rules, and then dear student, for if you want to have a good hand in grammar, you need a daily practice. If you think that for one day you have practiced, and second or for the in 2 or 3 days you are not in touch with the grammar, you will definitely forget. So it is very much compulsory, very much needed to have a good hand in grammar. So whenever you are free, just take one or two questions and try to solve them. Okay, so I hope you have understood the topic of preposition. Still, if you have any problem, we will have another interaction and then we will try to solve it. So dear student, thank you so much.